Good morning, Unitic here. It is Thursday, June 11th. Quick video on my phone. Had an interesting experience the other night at Hocking Hills State Park here in Ohio, and I've been debating whether to share it or not, but I think I will. I've had a chance to process it and maybe learn a lesson from it. Anyway, I hiked through Hocking Hills State Park a couple of days ago, and I had to wait there until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon because my buddy Drew was shipping me a pair of new shoes, desperately needed trail shoes, to the state park headquarters there. So I didn't get to head into the park until late in the day. And really cool park, a lot of great geologic formations to see. Hopefully I have a video posted showing you some of those here in the next few days. But that night I made it to the edge of the park, to a state road, and there was a picnic facility there right at the very boundary of the park. It was about 6 o'clock. It was the last water source that I knew for certain that I could hit in the next 20 miles. Water's a real challenge in Ohio. And it was supposed to rain that night. And I made a judgment call, and decided to try and just find a couple of trees, off on the edge of the area, away from the road, and just discreetly spend the night, get up and head out early in the morning. I usually am on the trail by first light, and that way I'd have the picnic shelter if it was pouring down rain in the morning, and I could also get a full water supply before I started hiking. And long story short, about 11:30 at night, I was awoken with a flashlight in my face, and it was a park ranger who proceeded to make me take down the campsite. It's against the rules to be there after dark, and I got ticketed for it, like a speeding ticket, $135. A hard lesson to learn. The ranger was great. She was very apologetic, but the classic, I'm just doing my job. I have to give you a ticket. I can't give you a warning. My boss, quote unquote, would have my what if I didn't write you up. Revenue generation. Anyway, yeah, I violated their statute, no doubt about it. And she was so nice and even offered to give me a ride to the campground, but it was 8 miles in the opposite direction. Sorry, the mosquitoes are bad this morning. And I just told her I'd try to hike on down the state road and see if I could find a place across the boundary, hoping that it didn't start raining. Anyway, she stayed there with me, obviously, as I broke down camp, and we wound up talking about tick-borne disease education and why I was hiking the trail, in part for Lyme disease awareness. She knew very little of the basic facts of tick-borne diseases, and particularly Lyme. But she was very gracious, and while I'm breaking down camp, we had a 30-minute conversation about the facts of Lyme disease. I gave her one of our cards for the Trek for Truth website, which also has my Journey Through Lyme blog website on the back. And long story short, hopefully for $135, she learned some things that'll keep her safe, like sending in her uniform to be treated with permethrin by Insect Shield and guaranteed for 70 washings. And maybe as a park ranger, she'll be able to pass some of that information along to the visitors in that park, which ought to be standard operating procedure for every park. But it's not. It's definitely not. She's not an isolated case in my experience in meeting park staff that have very little knowledge of the true facts of Lyme disease and tick-borne diseases in general. So anyway, I've processed it and let it go. It did make me happy at the time, but such is life, and maybe some good comes out of it. Maybe she stays safe. Maybe she helps somebody else stay safe down the line. And tick-borne disease education is what I'm trying to do. It was just an expensive way to do it. Can't afford that one person at a time. But anyway, lessons learned. Just another experience on the trail. And I guess I'll avoid state parks, except the ones I'm hiking through during the day. And I'm going to get off here so these mosquitoes don't eat me up. For today, that's Unitic out. Thanks for following the journey, and please share these videos and share our website on social media. It would be great to get some viral marketing going on and have more people find out about the Trek for Truth and follow along. Thanks.